Tonight, as you settle into bed, there is an ancient idea that has quietly survived thousands of years. A philosophy born in chaos, but designed for peace. Stoicism. Long before smartphones, long before anxiety became a daily companion, ancient thinkers faced a world far more unpredictable than ours. Wars, disease, loss, uncertainty, and yet they developed a way of thinking that allowed calm to exist even in chaos. At the center of Stoic wisdom is a simple question: what is truly under your control, and what is not? The Stoics believed most human suffering comes from confusing these two things. We try to control opinions, outcomes, other people's behavior, the future, and even the past. But control is an illusion, and anxiety often grows in the space between expectation and reality. So the Stoics offered a radical idea. Instead of trying to control the world, control your response to it. This is not emotional suppression, it is emotional clarity. The Stoics understood that events themselves are neutral. It is our interpretation that creates suffering. A delayed message becomes rejection. A mistake becomes failure. A quiet room becomes loneliness. But the Stoic mind asks a different question. What story am I telling about this moment? And is that story helping or hurting? Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote something quietly profound. You have power over your mind, not outside events. And this single idea becomes a doorway into peace. Because once you accept that most of life is outside your control, you are released from the exhausting illusion that you must manage everything. Instead, you focus inward, on character, on intention, on action, on presence. The Stoics practiced something called negative visualization, not as pessimism, but as gratitude training. They imagined loss so they could appreciate presence. They imagined impermanence so they could cherish moments, because nothing is guaranteed. And paradoxically, accepting uncertainty makes life. Another Stoic principle is the idea that obstacles are not interruptions. They are the path. What we resist often becomes suffering, but what we accept can become growth. A missed opportunity becomes redirection. A mistake becomes learning. A delay becomes space. Stoicism does not promise a painless life. It promises a resilient one. And perhaps that is more valuable. Because resilience is not about avoiding storms. It is about learning how to stand calmly within them. The Stoics also believed that most worries exist in imagination. We suffer more in thought than in reality. And tonight, as your mind drifts through unfinished conversations, future scenarios, and quiet fears, you can gently ask yourself, is this happening now? Or is this a story my mind is rehearsing? Because the present moment is often quieter than our thoughts suggest. And peace lives there. Stoic wisdom does not require perfection, only awareness. Awareness of what you can control. Awareness of what you cannot. Awareness of the stories you tell yourself. And awareness that your mind is both the creator and the observer of your experience. So tonight, as you rest, you can release the need to control outcomes. Release the need to predict tomorrow. Release the pressure to solve everything at once. Because the Stoics would remind you, life is not a problem to solve. It is an experience to witness. And calm is not something you achieve. It is something that appears when resistance softens. So breathe slowly. Let your thoughts pass like distant clouds. And remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. And that is enough.